Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. In the last 3 weeks, William Ruto has been hosting various groups at State House, Nairobi, where he has been giving them so many promises. Recently, he hosted the content creators at State House. After that, he hosted boda operators at State House, where some boda operators were not very happy with him, and they tried expressing their feelings at that meeting. That angered William Ruto, and he rebuked the boda operators, telling them they were making for him noise. And those remarks and sentiments by William Ruto did not go on well with very many Kenyans who felt William Ruto was becoming arrogant and drunk with power. And so many Kenyans have been calling William Ruto to order for him to sober up. One such person is one pastor who had this to say.
Poleni sana, lakini juzi Ruto alisema kitu. Na mimi hiyo kitu ilinisinya sana. Na mimi nitawaambia kama unanipenda, nipende tu. Kama nitaki ni sawa. Bwana sana. Ati mwache kunipigia kelele. Kelele ya nini mnanipigia hapa? Hakuna opinion poll Ruto aliweka aulize Wakenya kama ni Wakenya wangapi wanataka avae akwe president. Yeye peke yake ndiye alianza kuzunguka na magari akiambia watu mnichague mnichague. So watu wakipiga kelele mbona anaambia watu wasipige kelele? Bei ya vitu haitachoka. Kuna kitu bei itashuka. Nitawakalia kweli kweli. What kind of talk is that? Nakalia nani? Na kiti imekukalia. Kuliko ukalie kiti imekukalia. Na unataka kukalia Wakenya tunakalia kweli kweli. Kuna mtu utakalia bwana. Mimi nakwambia kuna mtu utakalia. Hao watu ni wa Mungu si wako. Na Kenya ni ya Mungu sio yako. Bwana sana. Vitu zingine zinakasirisha. Hata kama huna roho, si utumie akili basi. Uone ya kwamba kuna watu ambao kweli kabisa wana mahitaji na wanateseka. Na uongee kama binadamu ambaye kuna akili. Kuliko kuambia watu utawakalia kweli kweli. Na alikuwa na mazuzu wengine pale wanapiga makofi. Sijui alikuwa anafikiria ati sasa anasema kukalia Raila. Raila hana shida bwana. Somebody tell Ruto Raila hana shida. Hana shida na chakula, hana shida na karo, hana shida na chochote. Somebody tell Ruto Raila is richer than him. Sasa hata kukalia Raila hakuna kazi anafanya. Anamaanisha kukalia Mkenya. Mkenya Ruto hautakalia. Hautakalia Mkenya. Ruto hautakalia Mkenya. Kiti imekukalia na ulichukua hukupewa na Mungu. Na unajua kama ninasema uongo, chukua Biblia unywe juu, wape kwa jina la Kristo Yesu, ulishinda. Bingu na inchi inajua hukushinda. Huwezi kuchukua kiti na kuja kukalia Wakenya. Na unawaambia unawakalia na wamelala njaa. Unajiongeza mshahara na wengine unajikushon. Wapendwa, mimi niko na hasira. Na mimi niko tu sawa hivi.
The pastor is clearly agitated with William Ruto. And not only the pastor, so many Kenyans are not happy with Ruto. And that's a fact. Let's listen to what William Ruto said to the boda operators that angered the pastor and also very many Kenyans. Listen to Ruto before we continue.
So that we can assess the progress we have made. Maneno ya kupigiana makelele muache. Mimi mnanielewa? Mimi sitaki unakuja kupigia nani kelele hapa? Sisi tumekuja kila mtu ako na biashara. Yes, tuachane na mambo ya makelele, tuachane na mambo ya mirengo, sijui huyu ni wako na hii, sijui huyu ni wapande hii, mimi siko hapo. Mimi nataka, I want us to sort out this sector so that people can earn a living, people can run their businesses and enterprises, and we can see how we can take this forward. Asante sana, mimi nawapenda sana, nawatakia baraka ya Mungu. Mkirudi nyumbani, salimia watoto wenu.
Yes, those are the sentiments William Ruto made that angered the pastor, and not only the pastor but very many Kenyans. Kenyans felt Ruto is becoming arrogant, proud and drunk with power, so he can afford to talk to Kenyans the way he so wishes. And the people he was saying were making for him noise are the border operators he promised to form a government with. But now he's talking to them very rudely and very arrogantly. And as the pastor is saying, the problem is not even about Raila Odinga, or the issue is not even about Raila Odinga. Raila is wealthier, richer than William Samoei Ruto. And basing my arguments on the recent surveys by various groups that have been done, ranking the richest Kenyans, thus as of last year, Raila features in the top 10 richest Kenyans. Ruto does not feature in the top 50 richest Kenyans. That's of last year. Now that is the president, and with the kind of corruption we are seeing in this government, that will most definitely change. But the truth of the matter, Raila is far much richer than William Samoei Ruto. So when Raila Odinga goes out of his way to defend the people, he is not doing that for his own advantage, or rather for his own gain, but he's actually doing that on behalf of the people. Raila has everything he may want in this life. If you look at Ruto very well, upon Ruto being declared the president, which a very good majority of Kenyans feels he never won that election, he forced himself into power. Ruto, in one way or the other, seems blind. He has actually blocked all his ears and is not listening to the so-called hustlers he promised to form a government with. In fact, what we are seeing in this government is blunder after blunder. Immediately, William Ruto was declared the winner. Upon being sworn in, the first thing he did was to remove subsidies on fuel and on unga. And those subsidies were really helping the poor. And not only that, he went ahead and did away with Kazim Turning, something that was giving the unemployed youths some economic activity. And after doing all that, instead of now lowering the cost of living, he has actually made the cost of living go up by increasing the size of his government, giving his friends and allies jobs in the government. All those expenditures, the person bearing all that is the poor man, the poor border, the lowly in the society. Kenyans have been crying out for help. William Ruto is deaf to their plea. And that's why even the church is now distancing itself from William Samoei Ruto. In the last year's election, William Ruto positioned himself as a God-fearing leader, and some Christians were optimistic that upon William Ruto being declared the president, then he was going to fight for the church. But upon being declared the president, what we are seeing in his government is trying to kill the church. Any church leader critical of William Ruto, they are even being threatened with the deregistration. We saw that with Pastor Ezekiel, who had been very critical of William Ruto's rule. In fact, as I talk, Pastor Ezekiel, in one way or the other, is being silenced, courtesy to William Ruto's punitive rule. So Ruto is actually destroying the church, in that any church leader who stands for the truth is being victimized. And sooner or later, we will not be having a church. We'll just be having leaders pressing men, leaders who are not very brave to speak truth to power. And if you look on how Ruto and his team have been using the church pulpit, they have made the church the laughing stock. A church is expected to be a place where everybody is welcomed, and a church is expected to be neutral, but only speaking truth to power. Most churches today are so compromised that they don't speak truth to power. So the few left church leaders who are speaking truth to power are also being victimized. What William Ruto should know, power is temporary. Each passing day, as he makes one blunder or the other, Kenyans are losing faith and trust in him. And by the time he realizes that he made a mistake, it will be too late for him. Kenyans in the coming days, this is something I keep on repeating here. William Ruto will face a serious revolution from Kenyans if he does not do something urgently. Kenya is ripe for a revolution. And this is something that has been building for so many years. Kenyans go to the ballot, they elect their leaders, but their votes do not count. Leaders they never elected are actually being forced onto the people. Upon being forced onto the people, they don't care about the welfare of the people. That's why a revolution is most definitely imminent. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. If you want to support our forum, I've pinned my number down below. Contact me through that number, or feel free to channel your support to the number. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Thank you.